Hello, the first Felicity Crafts Christmas of the year. I'm not ready to completely transform behind us because it's actually still October when I'm filming this, and we've got November Drawing Club to come, but after that we might be embracing all things Christmas, and we've got the sign out again. I'm going to show you today to make some really lovely simple decorations that can have lots of different alternatives, and you can happily do this with all age ranges, all abilities, and it would be a nice one for your WI to do as well. Okay, so some really nice ideas here, and all we need is some card, and you can use any kind of card that you like as long as it's a little bit thick. Okay, so we want it to be able to hold up, so I've got lots of different coloured card here, including a nice shiny one as well. So we've got that like that. What we're going to do is make one of these lovely string ornaments, threaded, stringed, with lots of different sorts of colours and lots of different things in between. Now you can use this kind of cotton, mercerised cotton, which you might know as crochet cotton. Okay, I bought this one in a charity shop years ago, and it's so enormous that however much I've used it, there's still loads of it left. So this one makes a really good one. You can use yarn, and this is some sparkly yarn that I've got there. Don't go with the chunky, but DK and downwards should be absolutely fine. You could use string if you want, or if, like me, you have tons and tons and tons of embroidery thread left over from cross-stitching things or some other thing, have a go with that. Basically anything. We're going to need something circular to draw around, so find yourself something circular. I drew around a coaster for this one, back to our coaster that was 10 centimetres, but you can make this any size you like. Grab the first circular thing you can find. Just going to demonstrate with a slightly larger one so that you can see it. What we're going to do is we're going to draw around it and cut it out. So pause there, nip off and do that and come back. So we've got our circle here that we can do in different colours, and now we're going to make some cuts. So the first thing we're going to do is cut at 6 o'clock, no, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 1:45 and 1:15. So that will be our first four. Then we're going to approximate halfway and do another load like that. So you might want to pause that and see your cuts. Your cuts are only going like 1 centimetre down. This is a slightly bigger one just for demonstrating. Now I'm now going to write on here some numbers just so that you can follow it. Don't write those numbers on because this is the front of your card and you don't want it to look ugly. This is only for you. And the one that we're going to do is this simple star. So that's the one we're going to do first. There are lots of other variations we can do, but we'll get the hang of this one first. Okay, so I'm going to use this red yarn, just nice sparkly red yarn, which I've actually currently got caught around the leg of the camera. That's why I'm just fiddling. Right, here we are. Sorry. Number one. That's where we're going to start. So a little part of it's going to go down the side there. We're going to have it there, and we're going to go at number 3. It's now at the back. We're going to come around the back to number 5, back up to number 3. We're going to come back up to number 1, around the back. And all I'm doing is just pushing it there in between the two. It's not being fixed in any other way. Come down to number 7. We're now going to come down to number 5. And then back up again to number 7. So we're creating a square like that. We're in 7 and we're coming up to 8 and down to 6. We're going to create another square on top of it. We're going to come across to 4, across to 6, back up again to 8, across to 2, back down again to 4, and back up again to 2. And there we have our first one, which is a really nice square. You may need to pause that a couple of times to have a look Thing is, we haven't fastened anything yet. If you go wrong at that point, you can take it off, put it back, take it off, put it back. When you're happy with it, cut yourself off a nice long tail. And then you can just fix a tiny bit of sellotape on the back there. And then use this as a hanging loop that then comes up. So you can have, you've got your other one tucked out of the way. Use this as a hanging loop. Sellotape it down. You've got yourself a nice little thing there, like this one. Children love that one. It's really nice and simple. Now, obviously, you've got a big space in the middle there. Now, do you remember last year when I told you to keep your Christmas cards? Now you're going to know exactly where you put them, and you can go and find all those Christmas cards that you knew you were going to need a year later. And then you can stick it in the middle. So just find yourself one that's the right size, so something with a little space on. Look, I have a little Christmas cat here. And then just stick it down in between. You could also paint in between if you're following my painting course. You could put our flower in between, or you could write a message. Happy Christmas, Grandma, in the middle there. Anything that you want to do. That's the simple star one. And it looks really nice with a picture on the inside, with something personal on the inside, or even just on its own with nothing. All of those ones like that. Okay? But you might not want to stop there. You might want to do something a bit more exciting with that. So what we've done is we've got that same one there. So that purple star is the same. And then we've gone around the edge. So now I'm going to show you with this one. I'm just going to cut off all those bits on the bottom so you can't see them. And I'm going to change to another colour, which in this case is going to be green, I think, because you can see the green nice and clearly on that. And I'm going to go around the edges to create this one with a few more pictures on. Okay, so we're going to go up at number 1 again. And I'm using all the strands of the cotton here. I'm not separating them the way you do sometimes. Coming down at 3, going back up again at 2, coming down at 4, back up at 3. See what we're doing? It might help you to turn it around. So you're just going around the edge, making a straight line around the edge. Now you might have noticed that a few of them are on octagons. I did them on octagons at first and then discovered how hard it was to draw an octagon when you didn't work in a primary school and have plastic octagons to draw around. So I changed it for a circle. If you have an octagonal coaster, feel free to use an octagon shape like that one, but it isn't necessary. You can do a circle and it's much easier. So there we are, another variation. So you started with your star in the middle, and now you've got that edge around it. Okay, what if you want to do some more? Put yourself another star in the middle. Down here, down here, down here, down here with another colour. Oh, I've just noticed that one's come out. Look, let's poke that in. Down, 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 down. And I did that one twice so that the star in the middle looked a little bit fatter. If you were just doing the bit in the middle, but not the one around the edge, you would end up with it looking like that. If you were just doing the one in the middle, you would end up with it looking like that. Basically, you just need to experiment with these. That one's got fancy shiny card. If we're using boring card, we want it in the middle. Let's look at that one. I've gone all kinds of ways there. 3 different colours, bending it all over. You just need to keep experimenting. That's what the fun of this is, actually. You can keep experimenting again and again with different bits of yarn, working out, and because you're not fastening it, it's really easy to undo it if you decide that you don't like it. Let's just keep experimenting around and come up with hundreds of different ways to put that yarn around that card and create some really great designs for Christmas. So Peggy and I are almost ready to get to have lots of other Christmas ideas for you, and we'll see you soon for some more crafting fun. Bye from me, and bye from Peg. Bye.